because from their point of view we're innovative, because we work with 50 lines of crops and animals. That could be considered innovation, but in my worldview we're not doing anything special. I would like to be innovative, but not by doing the expected thing, which is having a polyculture that provides environmental care and provides food quality. So innovation, we are not doing anything special for that. Innovation for me, it would mean that we develop, we are now working with equipment that comes out of the outside world, and we modified it a little bit so that it suits our purposes, but it's not set up for our purposes as such. But because of the way we are dealing with cash flow, that's what we work with. The innovation is my next step, is when we start modifying and making our own equipment so that we have living mills that fertilizes and stuff that we discussed before. So as we're not doing anything special in that area, I don't see us being innovative either. But production lines, we grow about 40 to 50 lines of products, and they're all working together into one whole. We grow that 40 lines of products because we need that, this is becoming repetitive, because we need that to look after our soil. The soil has a digestive system and a regulatory system. So that means all these functions are free ecosystem services. If you maintain them, you don't have to use inputs, which means you produce pretty cheap and you produce top quality. Funny, this sounds strange to some people, but the same goes up for the product that comes off of it, which is food for other people. People that eat food, they need stuff to grow on, and they need stuff to regulate the body, which is the immune system, all those physiological active substances, is basically the same. So you have a digestive system in the soil, mineralization, and you have a restorative force or regulative force, which is humidification. In your body, the same elements are required for digesting food and building up your body and building up your immune system. So those 40-50 lines, they bring in elements that complement each other so that that's in balance. Which basically means those elements are in the food as well, so we got high food quality. So this basically means then that we grow a diet for the soil, and we grow a diet for the people that buy from us. That's basically the concept, and that's basically part of the marketing structure as well. We sell directly, which means that it's creating the foundation for a community based on complexity and resilience, which is just other words for health and growing and health, really. Our CSA is, I don't know, CSAs are innovative in itself, basically because what I just said. Our CSA is innovative because it's trying to make the next step. And that relates to what we started off earlier. I'm always trying to explain to you guys that the infrastructure is not good. We're struggling with the infrastructure all the time. That basically means we can only overcome that if we have a community that's builds its own infrastructure, and in that way close the cycle of life, close the cycle of nutrients, close the cycle of energy altogether. So in that way we're different, and in that way we're starting to add value to the already fresh diet that we have. We're starting to add value by making traditional, ecologically founded, add value to the food by fermenting, by processing, and also the other side of the coin is you create jobs. This is the big difference. There's also a question in there about profitability somewhere. It's not about profitability. It's nice to have profitability, and we, from a strictly economic sense, we are profitable, for the simple reason that we have no inputs. We have to be profitable. But having said that, it's more about creating jobs that add value to a community. That's what we're doing. That's why we want to have a baker within the organization. That's why we want to have a butcher within the organization. That's why we want to have an in-house mechanic, so that we actually could do the innovative things that we want to be doing. Not the stuff that we're already doing with the equipment that we've gathered from the old society, which is not fit for purpose in my view. We need a mechanic that allows us to innovate.